Hello everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just trying to turn my light on if you can hear a noise. There we go. Yeah, it's lovely to have you here, and it's lovely to be back at my desk crafting again. So we are now working on this scrappy journal, which is yeah, I'm loving it, but there's loads to do in it. So this is a journal that I made out of scraps. I thought it would be a quick make, and yeah, not thinking about it make, and just putting stuff in and having fun. Well, it's all of those apart from the quick bit. So I'm going to do some work on it today. I'm going to cover some of the pages. I might add a few more pages, and yeah, there's work that needs doing on the covers. Now I've put a different back cover on it, which is another piece of cardboard. I may well tear it down again and go around the edges with it, but they both want some, you did see me make it, they both want some gesso on, and yeah, some other things. Now if you remember way back when I started it, I had some black and white photos which I think are going to be nice on the front, but I do want a bit of gesso and a bit of you know, like matte medium to seal it as well. So I don't know which of those are going on, but some of them are. I've also brought a few pieces of yes, what's his name, Tim Holtz paper. Not a lot, just a couple of pieces, two full pieces and 2 scraps, and they've got these lovely photos on them. Yeah, so I might have a mixture of the two. I've got these are architecture that I've got, and these are gentlemen, Victorian I believe, gentlemen. Yeah, so between those two, I think we'll have on the front and the back. So I'm not going to work on the covers, front and back covers today. The one that was the back cover, it wasn't really big enough, I decided, so I extended it with a bit of cardboard, stuck a bit on. It still needs making shabby, so I've moved that into the middle, and I've decided to make that you know, like split it into 2 signatures, maybe something like that. So yeah, it needs shabbying up, and it needs painting, and it needs collaging on and things like that. But yeah, we've got the basics together now, and yeah, we can just work on making it a fun journal. It's getting a bit bendy as well, which is kind of fun, but I don't know. So I'm just going to open it each time I come on and work on a certain place. Now today I don't know where. I've got 2 pieces of, oh, I've got 4 pieces of scrappy wrapping paper on my desk from passing something up. So I reuse it, so it had come to me from Amazon, I think. Yeah, so I've just taken the tatty edges off and used a square piece. So these were sitting around, and I thought, oh, I'll put them in that journal. So I'm just wondering if one will go in as an actual page, because there is room for a couple more pages in it. I think that would make a nice page. I think it would. Well, we've got quite a few short ones. Let's make something a bit longer here. Yeah, so let me see, did I use this one on it? I think I did. Let's see if we can cut it, punch holes in it and get some reinforcers on. No, I couldn't find them the other day when I was looking for them, could I? I was looking in the wrong place. There must be some in the bottom of here, I'm thinking, somewhere. There's definitely some circles, so let me put everything back in and see if I'm left with any hole reinforcements. There's one, and there's one. I want 4, so I want them on both sides. Got circles. I've already said that, haven't I? Yeah, what haven't I got in there? Oh, there's another one. We're nearly there. Look, that's 3. I think I've got 4. Right, but 3 of them are those little. Do I want an odd one? Yeah, why not? What's wrong with having an odd one? That's the whole point of it, wasn't it? That it was made up of what I've got. So I hope you're well. I don't know if I said that. Well, I always say it when I first come on, I know, but I usually go on to explain a bit more or ask a bit more. Oops. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I think I've come to the decision that, you know, because I keep having offish days, and I wake up and think, oh no, I've got a cold, or I've got this, or I've got that, and I'm tired. And I've come to the conclusion it's kind of post-COVID, this. Been reading a little bit around it, because you know, I was thinking, well, is it my blood? Is it this and that? And the more I read, the more I'm starting to think it may well be, you know, well, any viral infection actually, not just COVID, but it's kind of well documented now about COVID. You know, that it can take, yeah, any viral infection, it can take, or does take, up to a year. It can take longer, and it can be, you know, like semi-permanent if you don't get through it. So, you know, there are things you can do. So lots of rest, but not too much rest. Lots of not lots of anything really. So yeah, rest and what's the word, routine. Yeah, so do a little bit and a little bit more each time. I'm gonna have to undo. Oh, you are undone. Oh, look, you didn't come out completely. Yeah, so I'm just gonna try that and see. I think that's probably, everything seemed to fit with what I'm, you know, 1 minute I'm well and I'm thinking I'm on top of the world. I'm like, yes, that's it, I'm through it. And then I feel grotty again. So yeah, it's nice to know that it's something, well, it's just nice to know what it is, isn't it? Do you see what I mean? So yeah, I'm kind of thinking it's that. So it's be kind to yourself and rest when you need to. Yeah, try a little bit of activity, but not too much each day. Just build it up gently, I guess, is what I'm saying. Yeah, so I'm a little bit happier now that I've, you know, diagnosed myself. Self-diagnosed what's wrong. So I was starting to think there was something, you know, undiagnosed, because I was constantly coming down with something. And this, you know, this fatigue, which is with me sort of 75% of the time, and then other days I feel like on top of the world. So I'm like, what can that be? Okay, so put an extra page in. That was a good start, wasn't it? Yeah, I thought I would finish this because I hadn't looked in it. I think I said to you next time I need to do one more video on this. Oh, I'm not going to finish this in a video. Not, you know, not to where I want it. So yeah, I'm just going to keep digging it out every now and then, and I'm working on it, especially when I've got scraps and things that I really want to, oops, come on, move on, like these. Now I am wondering about putting some of it on here as well before I, so many pieces, I don't know which one to go for, before I gesso it. Oh, well, I need to gesso it, might I just? Let me just tear a bit off the edge. There. I'd quite like to get these 4 pieces in somewhere, or, you know, used somewhere, because that's 4 big pieces off my desk, isn't it? Shall I, that's a little bit curly, so I'll pull it. Shall I ink it? Let's ink it, and then when I put it down, it's going to be, you know, obvious that it's a layer. So yeah, I might stick book page and things like that on it. I have got here to the side of my desk sort of, you know, what I call desk sweep-ins, so things that I've gathered up that have been sitting here, I've dragged out for projects and not used, you know, even if it's for this project, or, you know, lifted things out to get something underneath and not put them back, and they've sat here on my desk, like, yeah, I've got a big bird here that I must have lifted that out of the drawer. But I might put him in rather than put him back in the drawer. Yeah, 3 flower fairies, look. I've got 2 big labels. Yeah, so just things that have been kicking around, and I... collal, let's try some collal. Yeah, I'd quite like to use them rather than keep putting them back in. Let's just take the excess off here. There's not a lot, which is making it difficult. If it was a nice thick bit, it would come off easy. Come on. Maybe there's nothing there. Don't look at my nails, they're in terrible state. I really could do with going to a nail spa and having them properly treated, but I don't want to mix apart from anything else. I'm getting that. I don't want to. COVID's quite bad. I think I said that last time. It's hit us again here. I was hoping it wasn't going to affect hospital visiting, which it hasn't at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't soon. Now obviously Neil's out, touch wood, so that's okay, but I still feel for everybody who's in once it goes to, you know, visiting, because it's horrible. That's sliding around because there's so much on. But yep, so I don't mind if it starts to curl up and peel off actually, because that's kind of the look I'm looking for. Right, shall I just carry on and try and use this? I don't think there's anything sticky on there. And then it's off the table and out of the way, isn't it? I have to put something on that one. Is there any pages that are desperate for something? That kind of needs something on it, doesn't it? I might stitch some fabric on that. For journaling, I'd make a nice journaling space, wouldn't it? What do we think? Yeah, I can do the same again. I'm going to ink it around the edge. Emphasise those torn bits. Lovely noise. Crinkly noise, nothing we like better as junk journalers. A bit of crunchy paper, crunchy crinkly. Oops. Yeah, I want a bit of that showing. It's got a pencil marking on it that somebody's done, and the name of the piece of music, I presume. Either that or the... What did I leave it on then? Yeah, the person that created, but I have a feeling that that's the name of it, and it's got a number. All those things I like on show. Yep, it's ready for more embellishment, but at the moment it's fine. Oh yeah, I'd quite like something over the back of that as well. Let's I don't want it quite that higgledy-piggledy, so let's, oops, tear some bits off. They may go in the bin, we'll see. We'll see. About there, do we think? Don't know how much you can see. And then that little bit off there. Yeah, I will put those 3 little bits in the bin. I know they can be used, but yeah, I like that. Something about brown paper, isn't there, that if you're anything like me, it's quite appealing. Brown paper, as well as, you know, that antique cream paper, old book page, they all kind of vellum, they all appeal to paper lovers. Where were we going? That way? Yep, just doing this. I don't know how interesting it is to watch, but yeah, it's great fun doing it, I have to say. So if you haven't had a go and you're enjoying watching, and you've got bits of paper, I mean, you know, bits of paper like this even, so junk mail that comes through your door, nearly everybody has that, don't they? And something to, well, you don't even have to punch holes, you know, you could snip them with scissors, you could poke them with a tool, just need a bit of string or twine or something like that. Did I not get any under there? I'm just going to go in with a bit of art glitter on the edge. That's it. I don't think I got under because it was dry, any on that edge. It's hard to get that collal up to the edge in that great big bottle that I've got. Oh, I'm quite impressed how much of it we've used already. Oopsie, stand up. So I'm thinking maybe with this one I'm better finding something I want to put in and then finding a space to put it, rather than starting at the front and working through. Oh, that's that centrepiece. Oh, it's a bit sticky. Oh, it's that. That's what it is. What is it? It's the edge that seals the envelope. So a couple of pieces of this might work there. Let me tear a couple off. Oops. Oops. That's very nearly the end of it. So I'm thinking just on there like that, over that sellotape, not sellotape, whatever that, sticky tape. Where are we open? Yeah, we're open at the top, aren't we? So that's fine. And I think I'm just going to go with some of this because it's small. And I want it to stick the edges well. The middle will stick well, I think, because it's a little bit tacky from the, you know, the tape that we're covering. But I want the edges to stick down because we're going to be putting things in and out of these pockets. A bit more down. That's it. Yeah. Good job. So have I got any news to tell you? I don't think so. Neil's still off work. I think I already told you that. He's staying off on Monday at least. And then he's only got a couple of shifts in, so he's hoping to, and then he's off for a few days. But we say only a couple of shifts, but they're 12-hour shifts. It's a long time, isn't it, to be going back to work for. I've just downloaded another digital from, this one's from Victoria Designs, that I want to make a journal out of. It was on offer and I went in and had a look and I absolutely love it, fell in love with it. So I've got Fiona's to do next, haven't I? And then I've got Tanya's. No, Tanya's first and then Fiona's. And then I shall be finishing up October, hopefully, with this one by Victoria Design. I don't think that's going to stick together, it's pretty well. And then we're on this. Okay, I've only got those two little bits, so I'll leave them there. Okay, let's find something else and that we think we might like to add. See what I've brought along here with me. They are things off my desk, so they look like something I've been making. Look at that, that is a vintage sewing bag in the UK. The Home of Sewing, Dewhurst. I mean, it's plastic bag, so it's not antique, but it's vintage. What have I got in it? Oh yeah, so these are what I made on Scrappy Sunday, I think. Yeah. So I just made with the little tiny pieces on the desk in the box some, what are they called? Clusters, paper clusters, so we might use those. That is just a piece of stamped ephemera on a piece of coffee dyed paper, so we'll probably put that in here. And then, yeah, I remember making these at the caravan, I think I did, or maybe not. No, maybe I did these here. So that's like a piece of homemade ephemera, so it's like an old book page, yeah, with a black and white photo, piece of embellishment that Tanya sent me, a stamped piece of scrap, another bit of music page on the back, yeah, and it's just made like a sort of a journal card. Yeah, I did these not long ago, didn't I? Again, that's just for writing on. I think these were Scrappy Sundays. Okay, so these may well go in. Yeah, that's just a journal card, it needs something on the front. What's that then? That'll come off another piece, yeah. So I must have, yeah, these are just papers that I've, that must have come off there. What's the word? Collaged and cut up. Yeah, definitely from Sunday. That would go in as a nice page actually, wouldn't it? Let's have that one as a page. And these all, yeah, be nice tip-ins and things like that. So I've got one here that I'm putting in as a page. And that one. No, not that one. So that, let's cut that up into tags. So that is a collage piece of paper from scraps on Sunday, I believe. Now, I had a few scraps left and I used them up after I'd finished filming, so I don't know. Some of this, there wasn't many though. Don't think it was this one. Could have been though. Okay, so what do we measure? We measure about 14. So if we go 7. That's it. 2 tags there now. Get rid of that. So yeah, they're definitely going in as pages, and then we can let's start decorating some pages and making them journal honourable, and put some tip-ins in. Who would have known there were journal pages when I was making them? Not me. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's 13th or 14th. I've lost count of the date now, of October. They need holes punching in underneath. So yeah, we're doing pretty well with the weather. It's cool on a night now, but yeah, having some beautiful, beautiful summery days. What have I done there? I don't know. Right, so I just add these into the back for ease. I probably should have added them into the front, but oops. Yeah, let's just add them there because they're all different shapes and sizes. And yeah, we'll put you next. No reason. Oh no, we won't, because they're both collaged. I was going to say there's no reason why they can't go next to each other, but I'll just put that one in between. They might end up with tip-ins on them anyway. Right, I think that is probably a decent size now. It's definitely chunkier than I started out. I don't want it any bigger than that, I don't think. Right, let's get you tied up. So do it in the middle, and then it'll be easier, won't it? Will it? We'll see. Right, so I've also got my scraps here, so I'm going to put some scraps of fabric, I should say, scraps of fabric on some of them as well. So tags, so these can be tip-ins if we want them to be, and these are all for filling pockets and what have you. Right, let's put those to one side because we're not filling pockets, so these can be sort of tip-in-y things. What have I got here? These things will be good for, you know, creating journal space. Oh, I've got a nice tag there. Cluster. Yeah, I was thinking about putting some of my fabric clusters on as well. So anything else here major? A couple of birds, like I say, all these sewing machine ladies and bits. The postal stuff that I didn't put away, look, from in the week. Oh, and these are all my black and white pictures, so let's see what we can grab off here. Bit of a tape measure there, look. And then I've got the Tim Holtz stuff to my side, and whatever all this is. Oh, let's just have one thing out at a time. Right, so I like that, but it needs some, I'm thinking leave the birds at the top and we can cover this underneath the pictures. I just saw a piece of paper in there, didn't I, look? Yeah, with some journaling spots. I don't mind that you can see some of the writing through, because it's obviously a book, isn't it? Just there, like that. I wonder if to... no, I'll stick with the brown. I was thinking about putting some coloured, different coloured ink round, but no, I'm going to stick with this for now. I might change my mind further in. Well, it's very thin paper. I think I like it that way better, with a little bit of that showing text. How long have I been on? Gosh, over 20 minutes already. It just flies, doesn't it? What have I got here? Some of this purple still. Shall we go with the purple today? It goes on purple, dries clear, Elmer's. As long as it dries stuck, that's what we want. Once we get some blank paper in like this, we'll be able to stamp as well, which will be nice. Oh, yeah, maybe, get off me. Maybe I need to take the pages out as I'm working on them. Here we go again, open, close, open, close. It's not that big a deal, to be honest. I could just make my mind up how I wanted it. There we go, right. So we'll take this one out. So that's that one. Will this bit fit on the back? It will. Just create a little bit more space here. Move my glue over on that. Can you still see it? Oh, my glue lid's gone for a run. And then the page I'm working on, I can have him in front of us. Yeah, so it's very quiet here. I don't know where everybody is. It's a weekday, so they must have done all the gardens and such like. That was their intentions, because yeah, normally when it's a nice day out here, it's noisy, isn't it, with people doing all sorts of things, car washing, and yeah, nothing. Did I put that on there, or was it already on there? Who knows. Okay, so that's got two nice pieces of journaling there, and I think we want two there as well, don't we? What about these? Well, they might make a nice... Oh, I've got some bigger ones somewhere, haven't I? Let me just think where. Oh, I don't know if they are bigger. No, I'll look at the box they're in. I've got these. Which do we like best? Do we like either? So two of those. Or two of those. They're slightly bigger, aren't they? Or do I want paper? Oh, decisions. I think they're getting lost, so not those, but I will leave them here because they might go in somewhere. See if I've got any other bits of paper kicking around here. This is my scraps box. And this is all, oh, I was going to say this is all interesting paper, but that's ordinary. Right. So I'd use all that. Look, there's still a piece going. Ah, right. You might be nice in there. You're big enough to go in there, aren't you? Okay. Yeah, sure, a nice width. Can't get my ruler in for all the stuff on my desk. Come on. That's it. How much do we want off? Where are your feet? About there. Okay. As soon as we've found some bits for in there, we'll put that in and then see where we are. It's going to be a big journaling piece, this. Noisy. Speed inking. It is vintage paper, this, so it has got a little bit of aged colour, not a lot but a little. I'll view that way. Yeah, the birds are beautiful, aren't they? It's nice to have the birds on show. Yeah, I'm liking that. It's sticky, yes. What we're going to do with the fronts, the front flaps. Oh, we've got inside flaps as well. Maybe we should put the yes, what are they called? The labels on the inside flaps. What's going on here? Here. Yeah, that might be better. Yeah, so maybe those, because they're, yeah, they might be quite nice. I don't know. That's one job at a time, Denise, one job at a time. Ouch. I mean, I could have got a full page of coffee dyed and done it all in coffee dyed, but I'm really wanting it to be scrappy and grungy, as well as using up my scraps, so we'll forget that idea. As quick as it came to mind, we'll dismiss it. Oh, I'm gloopy from this glue. Whoops. Yep, so they're not even particularly, which is good. Yeah, I think that's very plain, isn't it? That's going to want some kind of embellishing or stamping or splattering or something. Okay, what we're going to put on here. That bird showing. I'm going to put this on here because it wants using up, and it's beautiful paper. It's got a little bit of green ink on it, but I'm going to add brown here. Yeah. Oh, the dauber stuck to me. My fingers are so sticky. Oops. How did I manage to still not get his head? Let's just do the whole thing up there. That's it. It's like a proper rip now, isn't it? So it's handmade paper bought in the shop. I guess it's handmade as opposed to machine made, rather than handmade at home by somebody. Well, I've always used Fabri-Tac on it till now as well. I just grabbed that, didn't think about it. So it is very gloopy today, this glue, so here's hoping. Yeah, it's got a lot of personality, that paper. That's what we're looking for, some personality. Oh yeah, and it's gone down fine with that. That's a rose petal there. I don't really want to rub it off, I was going to say. Okay, anything else? Oh, that's the book itself. Yeah, it needs to dry before we do anything else to those papers, to be honest. So just this one. It's about layering a couple of those. That's quite nice actually, isn't it? And then leaving the inside flaps. I think I might do that, you know. These labels are from Victoria Design. Leave his tail showing, and then yes, I'm going to. Pull that, that's it. So Neil is downstairs peeling potatoes and vegetables for tea and for freezing. He's doing a bit of a mass. Peeling vegetables really hurts my hands. I do it, you know, I could do it for a meal or what have you, but you know, to sit and make what he's going to do, an enormous pan full. So we've got swede and carrot mash. I mean, the swedes are hard to cut anyway, aren't they? You know, sometimes with him not being at work, he can sit in his chair. He's got his posh chair in the kitchen. He can sit and do that. His hands are strong. Whereas by the time I'd done it, you know, a small panful for tea, I'd have had it. Yeah, so I've left him kind of creating in the kitchen. So I've done both outside. I think I'll leave it at that. I might come back, you know, if I find some papers and put them in there. But for now, I might even put some more, what are those called, in there as well. Reinforcements. I'm just going to leave that out to dry. So that's on top of there. Now this just got a plain white back. Right, I'm not going to deal with that one at the minute. Let's just put it there. We did something with this, didn't we, look? And left it to dry. Well, it's dry now. So I put a tip in on the small green page. And then we covered the tip in, because it was just a book page, with some pieces of scrap paper. So that can be journaled on, that can be journaled on. Oops, so can that. Something would be nice here, wouldn't it? What about that? Well, that's nice. Yep. So that's something I've just taken off my desk and put in. Fabulous, that's what I'm hoping to do. Quite a big expanse of green there as well, wasn't it? You know, with the beigey, grungy papers. I'm not sure where that is from. That digital could be one of Nanine's from the kits. I don't honestly know. I'm just looking at this here now as well. No, that's too much. It will come in, but not here necessarily. Right, what do we want on here, if anything? Oh, you don't need that much white on you. Oops. She looks sweet, just nestled down there. I think she would. So it's just from a corner of the Flower Fairies book, from the poem pages. I used some to glue on, as you know, because I had thousands, and I literally mean thousands. Well, no, hundreds maybe of pages, definitely hundreds. And I glued on, and I saved about 10, I think, of the little corner fairies. I knew I wouldn't use any more than that. Yeah, that's it. She's quite nice. Might like something across the top there. Now there are things I could dig out to put there, but I'm not going to. It's just if I've got anything here saying put me on there. Don't know that I do at the minute. What about that? Kind of mirrors that down there, doesn't it? Get off. And lightens it up. Do you know, I think I'm going to. You could write a label, you know, word title or something on it. Or, yeah. What's this I used, wasn't it? Oh, that's a petal off that. Throwing itself at me. So much fun. I know I keep saying it, but it really is great fun. I started out thinking, you know, well, if I don't like it, does it matter? And now it's like, oh, I love it. Okay, so I'm thinking I might like some sort of a pocket or a tuck on here. And that might be nice as going in it. Got a nice lady there. Yeah, let's put this on here. Now the thing with vellum is it will show through, so I will want something on the back covering it. The glue I'm talking about, the glue will show, I think. Yeah, it might show as a clear line, but it will still show as something there. So I think these were freebies. I've had them a long time from Artie Mays, Andrea at Artie Mays, because I've never done a sewing journal or anything. Yeah, quite like her in there. Well, actually, I don't dislike that, you know. I quite like that look. Might leave that for now. I'll have a look. Yep, I'm going to leave that piece for now. Right, how many more can I do? Oh, I'm nearly out of time. Right, we'll make this our last one then. Right, so we've got, oh, we put a piece on there. So we've got the beautiful picture on the front, The back is ready for journaling and a bit of embellishment. What do we want to do on here? Shall we put some fabric on it? Because I haven't done that, have we? Let's see what's going on in here. Got a piece of that in there somewhere, haven't I? Some of it might want stitching on, to be honest. Just have a little dig, a little bit deeper. See if there's anything that really grabs me. It's a nice piece of green now. It's a label. Look. So this is out of something. It's out of a yes, it is an antique sewing box, or a vintage sewing box that I bought at the Carboon. It had all sorts of lovely things in it, and it had this fabric. Well, it was like 2 sleeves, a collar and something else, and it had this on it. So I'm just thinking it's a nice label to keep. Nice vintage label that will look nice in something, maybe even in this. Who knows? We've ripped it now, Denise. Right, but it's not what I want on this page. Let me just... That's it. This is the bit I was trying to get at. Yeah, I'm just thinking with these greens here. Oh, it might make a nice pocket. Would you make a nice pocket? Nail scissors. Well, they're not. They're sewing buttons on scissors, but they are actually nail scissors. Not strong enough for my nails. Too big. Let's have it on that one. Shall we have it on that one? We'll show a bit. Not much. It's almost like a slanted pocket, isn't it? Let's get some fabric tack on it then. Yeah, you can tell this is my first visit to the table today, to my glues. I've been here doing a couple of Etsy orders, but no. Right, this is not going to be easy. Let me just do this straight piece first. And this piece is folded over, it's a seam, so I can get this piece down where I want it. Anything in there? Come on. You need a bit of collal in you again, don't you? Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yes, it's very pretty solid. I wonder how it's got like that. It's not been that long since I used it. Okay, have another one. Let me just get the glue off my hands. And this one's got a bit of collal in it anyway. That one's just pure fabric tack, you see. Okay. I hear Neil moving about downstairs. He must have done. Although I've been on here long enough for him to have finished. It'd be like good timing. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, that's the tap. It's very noisy, isn't it? When you pull it, turn it full on. I think it's probably got pipes that are too big or something leading to it. It is a little bit like that, this house. It's I said it was a door-upper, and it is. It's going to take us a little bit of time. It was a rented house. It was rented out when we bought it, so you can imagine it's not had a lot of love. Everything wants doing. I think I told you that. And it's taken us a lot longer than we thought it would, but it will be worth it in the long run. And it's already gone up quite a bit than we paid for it. Not that that makes any difference. Your equity really does it until you sell, but nice to know. Nice to know your money's invested well. Yeah, I think when that dries, I won't pull it off till it does. That's going to be a nice, oh yes, be a nice pocket. And we've got a little bit of fabric in. Right, I'm going to have to call that a day, a video, not a day, because I'll be coming back for a bit more. Yeah, and I've got all these pages here drying, so I don't really want to. See if I can move some of them. Excuse me. Goodness. So this is what we've done in the front of the book so far. So we've put that lovely pocket on there. We've made a tuck on the vellum. We've put flower fairy and some paper on the top of that, and that lovely yes, label up the top, and we have made this bird double spread into a journaling page. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some inking around this so it will look different again, because it needs some defined edges. Yeah, so I'll leave that out and do that because it's very nearly dry, and yeah, next time I get this out you will see that done, and hopefully I'll have done some work on the covers because I need to take them down into the greenhouse and yeah, get spraying and painting and things like that. So if you've enjoyed it, let me know in the comments, or a thumbs up would be lovely. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'd love to see you back again tomorrow. So take care and see you soon. Bye for now.